I'm Steve Gnas with Discovery Designs Refrigeration. In today's video, we're going to do a demonstration, which I've done in classes that I've taught. That's going to show you what's going on inside the evaporator in your refrigeration system. Now what we're looking at here is we've got a flask full of water, which is a refrigerant, and we have a propane torch underneath it that's heating it up. The temperature scale you're looking at is in degrees Fahrenheit, so we just turn the heat on and you can see that it's warming up here. And there's also a pressure gauge in there. That gauge is reading absolute pressure, and we're at about 14.5 pounds right now. So what this is showing us is, as we're adding heat to the water, that's called sensible heat. There's two different types of heat, and what we're demonstrating here is sensible heat. It's termed sensible because you can look at it, and as it absorbs heat, the temperature goes up. The more heat we add, the faster that temperature is going to climb until we get up to the boiling temperature of our refrigerant, or in this case, water. All right, we jumped ahead here, and right now we've gotten up to the boiling temperature, and everybody's familiar with water boiling at 212 degrees at sea level, and we're not at sea level, which is why we're boiling at 210.7, 0.9, roughly 211. Now what I'm trying to demonstrate here is you'll notice that we're still adding the exact same amount of heat to the water or the refrigerant as we were before. But the temperature is no longer climbing. It's staying fairly steady. This is called latent heat. It's different than sensible heat in that you really can't see it or measure it with a thermometer. Yet you can notice it's still heating, it's still going up. I could take 3 more of these torches and stick them underneath the beaker, and it would not cause that temperature to rise at all until all of the water inside there has completely evaporated. This is what's going on inside your refrigeration system. You have boiling refrigerant at a specific pressure, and it's going to hold a specific temperature. Now we can drop that pressure and cause our boiling temperature to drop. All right, now what we've done here is we've gotten rid of the heat source, the propane torch, and we've hooked this up to a vacuum pump. You can see the pressure is now dropping, and at the same time, so is the temperature. What we're demonstrating here is the pressure-temperature relationship of the refrigerant. So how we can manage to have the refrigerant boil at a specific temperature to cool our room or our process, whatever we're doing, is by understanding that pressure relationship. So we take compressors, generally set for a particular suction pressure that we know is going to cause the refrigerant to boil at the temperature we're looking for. And that's how we maintain temperature in a room and how we absorb that heat from the space into the refrigerant. Now, just as before, where I was putting heat onto the glass to heat it up, that glass, once it gets down to room temperature, will start to physically absorb the temperature of the room. You don't need to add heat in the source of a flame. The heat can be anything moving over it. And as this cools, you'll see it boil less and less. All right, now you can see that the temperature has equalized with the room temperature. And you'll notice on the pressure gauge now that we are below half of a pound of pressure absolute, which is the temperature-pressure relationship we're going to have for water. The point of what we're showing here is we drop the temperature of the water by reducing its pressure, not by letting it just equalize with the atmosphere around it. So now if we add really any source of heat to it, it'll start to boil again. Now you can see the water boiling here. It's absorbing just the heat from our hands. So we are taking, the vacuum pump is back on again, so we're reducing pressure. And any heat that is being absorbed right in the water, into the refrigerant, and it's being pumped back through the pump. And until her hands cool off, it will continue to boil. And this is in effect showing you what is going on inside of your refrigeration evaporator. I hope you enjoyed today's video and you have a better understanding of what's going on inside the evaporator. If you have any questions about this or anything else regarding your refrigeration system, please feel free to email or call. Thank you.